And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That's what I do.
On first down, Ziegler. He finds an opening past the 40 and finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Play clock down to 2, and we... Get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. 60 yards. Don't get nervous. Hey, wahoo! Check 99. Check. Hard. Now.
On first and 10, Lawrence. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Bristol, traffic.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Check three.
On second down now, Ziegler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
50, plant. It's just me and you. Fire.
From the gun, Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the double. Check back 11, check back 11. We ain't giving up nothing to check. Go.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
18 gain. Check back 11, check back 11. Switch up, switch up.
On second down, it's Sanders. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Back to throw here. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Let's go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Going for it with Sanders. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base. That wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. Let's get it. At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And Diggs has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. King now from the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Looking to throw. King. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. And no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47. On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception. And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points. You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive? I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive. We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Down. 10 logo. Go. Check back the left. Check back the left. Better break. You better break. I'm letting you know right now. You better break. Down.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run, but I think the ball's out. And this belongs to the Vikings. When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football? So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play. You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jared Davis. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Hey, echo. 5.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. On second down, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Go.
That's mine. I got him.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
4 down.
22 jump bomber. 22.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. That went into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Ready. 10 over.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Where's the mic? You can't block me. You can't block me.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey! Fire!
On first down, Lawrence. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, first down, Vikings.
Go!
Off play action, Lawrence. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jared Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 17-8.
17. Lions 8. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
61, match box, right, go.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Ready, 30 base. Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, check 24. Yep. Go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Here we go with Johnson. And he's not going to get in. They They stop him at the 1. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 33 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big time.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. 2nd down and inches. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Off-play action. Lawrence lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Lawrence going deep for Diggs. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Flush to his right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Go.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Point after, right down the middle. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And that one taken in by Lashley. A very solid gain of 27.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
They run. It's Johnson. And an alley to run. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jared Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And it's taken in at the 9. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
What we got?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Charlie.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, wahoo!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings are going to win this football game.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. King. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backward. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll spot Lastly open, left side complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides maybe make the final score a tiny bit more palatable, as that's how this one comes to an end. We thought we might have a good close game, and we did. Really came down to that final onside kick. They recovered it, but they would have had to return it. They were unable to do that, and that wrote an ending.
That is frustrating, isn't it? To execute an onside kick and get the ball, yet there's no payoff for them. Right now, they're probably in their locker room trying to comfort themselves with, the clock just ran out on us. We were right there.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.